Okay, while others are joining, let's get started with the session. So, I don't know, how many of you are new to this session. We already had, three session from this SPM and Spiff product of Salesforce. So, this is our third and final session of the, Spiff, and you can, get back to the LinkedIn page of Amdrodd, and you can find the, other sessions which we had in the past. So let's get started with the third session of Spiff. So hello everyone and welcome to the session. So we are thrilled to have you join us today for the third and final session of our webinar series on SPM and Spiff, which is Sales Performance Management with Spiff. It's been an exciting journey so far, and we are grateful for the energy and participation you have brought to the earlier sessions. So today's session is designed in order to understand how Spiff implementation framework is structured in favor of various businesses, and packed with the insights you can put into practice. As we wrap up this series, our goal is to ensure you walk away with not just knowledge but also actionable strategies that can make a real impact in your organization. So my name is Shiv Kumar and I'll be your host for today. Along with me, I have Justin Augustine, our Spiff project manager, Nitin Anil Kumar, our marketing team lead, and Rajit and Pranu, the directors and Spiff consultants from AMDRODD in the hosting and QA panel to help me moderate this session. So just a few reminders, like before we get started with the session. Please stay on mute throughout the session to avoid any background disturbances. If you want to speak, you have a raise the hand feature within Zoom. You can use that and speak. And of course, feel free to use the chat to drop in your questions. We will have an eye on it. So proceeding further, before we start, let me take a moment to introduce AMDRODD Technologies, the company organizing this session. So we are a team of experienced Salesforce consultants focusing on helping businesses get the most out of their Salesforce investments. With over 180 plus projects delivered, so with 160 plus certifications, and we have a growing number of Salesforce Trailblazers. AMDROD is all about building a smart, efficient, and scalable solutions to the real world business problems. So at AMDROD, we specialize in a wide range of Salesforce solutions, from sales and marketing cloud to CPQ, Health Cloud, and DevOps, enabling us to deliver tailored end-to-end service across industries. So we don't just configure, as I said earlier, but we help shape it strategically by customizing Salesforce to meet the evolving demands of the AI-powered business landscapes. So without further delay, I'm delighted to introduce our speaker for today, who is Aditya Ramadas, who is a software engineer and a Spiff expert, to session 3 of our webinar series, where we are going to cover the Spiff implementation framework. So with extensive project experience in implementing Spiff solution across diverse industries, Aditya brings a wealth of practical knowledge, functional expertise, and strategic insight. His track record includes numerous successful engagements where he has enabled organizations to optimize incentive compensation and achieve greater operational efficiency. It's a privilege to welcome Aditya today. So let's get ready to gain valuable insight from his experience with this exciting session. So we will wrap up with a short question and answers. So feel free to note down your questions if you haven't dropped in the chat. So over to you, Aditya.
Thank you, Shiva. Thank you so much. So, before starting this session, let's do a quick recap of what we have gone through in our first two webinars. So, the first webinar was all about introduction to SPM, and we were explaining what are the components of SPM. And we just there had an introduction of what is Spiff, its advantages, and its integration capabilities. And on the second webinar, we much more delve into the hands-on experience out there, where we saw how the statement Salesforce commission estimator look like, how the statement views for the reps looks like, and how to handle tickets if anything raise, and how to handle the how to create a report and dashboard, and also how the document management is done in Spiff. So in this webinar, we'll be delving more into the inside of Spiff, where we'll be going through what are plans, what are rules, and what are activities, and so on. So let's get started. plans and rules. So plans and rules are the backbone of Spiff. So a commission plan refers to the overall structure and that outlines how sales representatives' compensation is calculated and awarded based on their sales performance. So let's kind of think of the commission plan as a comprehensive blueprint that guides the entire compensation process for a group of individuals. So commission plan defines who of the commission calculation. So a plan covers different teams, products, services, or regions within an organization. So that's with the plan. So coming to the commission rule on the other hand, so a commission rule refers to a specific guideline or a that condition dictates how a particular aspect of commission calculated should be handled. So while commission plans provide the overall structure, commission rules offer detailed instructions on how to carry out certain calculations or adjustments. So it's like think of the commission rules as a detailed steps or directives within a larger plan. So they address how and what of commission is being calculated. So let's jump into Spiff and see how the plan and commission rule is being created. So this is our Spiff org, all the way in the designer. So this is our designer where we build everything, the whole building and implementation is done on the designer part. So on the left pane, I'm creating a new folder or webinar series. So let's create a folder first. So name it as, you know, and on the same folder, if there are three dots has been there. So if you click on it, we will see to create a new plan section. So creating a new plan called, say, sales compensation plan. So now I've created a new plan in the org. Now, after creating a plan, the next step is to assign people who are part of that particular plan. So I'm assigning one or two reps in my plan for the time being. So I'm assigning two of the reps. So two reps has been assigned to this particular plan. Now, for the time being, let's go for a flat bonus for that particular rep. So now in a worksheet, I'm just giving a flat bonus for the all the reps who are part of my team. So it should has. So I'm giving a bonus, flat bonus to whoever are there in my team, $8,000. And I'm creating this particular bonus as the payout group. So let's see how to create a payout group. So for on this, if you hover to this particular cell, all the way around the right pane, we have option to create a payout group. So over there, I'm creating a payout group called flat bonus and effective date. So I'll come to the importance of effective dates later. So I'm giving an effective date for this one. Uh, yeah, getting it. So selecting the plan and create. So on the plan now you can see that flat bonus has been created with the effective date. So that's how we create a plan and rule in Spiff. Next, on the other hand, our next topic is effective dates. So effective dates is one of an important thing to be noted in Spiff, where in the fast pace of world of sales, teams are always dynamic, right? Like so, reps joins a new team or take on new roles or move to other opportunities as well. So managing these transitions smoothly is crucial in keeping your commission data accurate and sales operations running like on a smooth run. So there where the effective date in Salesforce Spiff comes in. So they help you to manage when a rep deals are included in team rollups and when a team leads can see either commission statements. So whether someone switches team or get assigned to a new commission plan or even exits from a company, effective date ensures everything stays neat. like organized and intact. It's like no data get lost and all calculations are here. So managing these transitions can seem complex, but with effective dates, it's simpler than you think. So that what effective dates are. So in Spiff, effective dates can be implemented in three parts. So one is in the plans, then comes the one is in the plan assignments, and one's in the payout rules, and other is in the team assignments. So let's see how we can have the effective dates in plan assignments first. All down in the plan section, you have that plan assignment area where you see the reps who have been assigned to this particular plan. And if I click on the edit, you'll see we have the effective as of and effective until date. So this particular, if I add one of the condition, like let's say this particular rep has been joined in our company or just joined in this particular plan on May 1st, and he is only there for the September month, or let's say till August. So or till July. So what's happening is that Andrea is only been in this particular plan in this particular period date. Like that's from the May 1st to July 31st. So let's it's an example of like if Andrea has been moved out of this particular team, has been moved out of this particular plan, or even she or he have been exit from the company. So that's how we handled the plan assignment. So we have an option also to be add effective dates in the payout tool. So some payout tools may be for a short period or for just for a term, short term or a long term. So that also can be solved using the effective dates. Like let's say that this flat bonus is only there for the fiscal year 2025. So I can add up here is that like that, starting from January to effective date. Like, so this meaning that this particular payout tool is only limited to over at the period of January to December. Okay, that's how we implement affinity dates in payout tools. And there is one more way to have the affinity dates implemented in the team structure. So in teams, the team members can join another team or can exit from out of from that team in a period of time. So that also can be incorporated using affinity dates. So if I'm creating a new team called my head sales team, and I'm assigning some team members as well. So here I can have the started as like when they have that joint tech team. So that date can be implemented here or can be given out here. So let's say this person has been joined our team on July and he has exited out of the team, let's say on November or September. And let's say Brenda has been joined our team on November 1st. 17. You see team members have been added with the effective dates. And we can also have the effective until date in the edit section here. If you click on the edit button, then you can have that particular effective until date can be populated according to that particular reps exit from the team. So that's how we incorporate a transition of the reps from one plan to another or one team from another exit from the company. So next topic is the connector field. So connector fields since before the data fields from an external system like a Salesforce or any other data sources. So that are brought into Spiff platform to be used in the compensation plans or calculations. So these fields are managed in the data sources tab after a connector is setups and can sync new objects or manage which fields are available to optimize the performance. So managing fields here means that for each connector source, we can manage the available fields. So it's important to remove the fields that are not used to in the calculation to speed up the speed processing power. And also, if there are any blank values, like if a connector field is not used in specific rule or calculation, it may appear as a blank value in reports for that particular rule, so which is the correct behavior of Spiff. So let's jump how the connector fields can be managed in Spiff. So in the designer itself, on the left panel, you have two sections are there. One is for the plan section, and another one is for the data section. So you switch to the data section. you'll see all the objects that has been synced to Spiff has been displayed out. And all the way down, you have an option to manage objects and fields. On the manage objects and fields, on the right side, you'll see that which all data is coming from which all CRM. So now Salesforce data is coming from Salesforce, and we have webhook and we have data sources. So now if all on the right side we have see which all unsynced objects are there from Salesforce, and on the other hand we have the synced objects in Salesforce. So once if an object is synced on the if I click on any of the object right here, this is how we manage the available feeds. So now there are 46 fields are available. Only from there we have selected only five. So we only using that particular five fields for our commission calculation. So if I want any new fields to be added to Spiff, what I'll do is that I'll have to just mark this field that available, and it's done. Then all the fields will be available in this particular section. Sorry. Yeah. You now see the account ID and the opportunity ID has been synced. So this is how we manage the fields available in the Spiff to sync to our available to Spiff to be added to the commission calculation or to be available in the data sources. So yeah, that's with the connected fields. Next, coming to our topic is another important topic called data filters. So Salesforce Spiff creates a rep statement or sales commission page that is individualized for each representative, sales representatives or rep. So this page updates daily for each rep or a custom or a dynamic insight into their earnings, right? So data filters support the dynamic or custom nature of these particular rep statements. So they take the data flowing through Salesforce and display records that match the defined criteria. So, data filters are the criteria that extract and display specific records from connected data sources like Salesforce and in other third-party applications. So they are crucial for creating dynamic and customized commission plans by segmenting database on a various conditions such as filtering out opportunities by a rep or filtering out opportunities that has been closed in a particular specific date range or in a period, all those kinds of stuff. So we can build filters using the either a guided editor or a more advanced syntax editor, and the options are available for filters. So will depend on the data type we are using, like if it's a text field or a date field or a boolean field. So that's what the use of a data filters. It is used for the dynamic and custom what we call to show the rep statement on the custom nature. So let's see how it has been can be either a field can be filter can be built on the if side. So in the data section as well. So all the way down we have two another sections called one is for the field section and one is for the filter section. So on the field section you can see all the fields that are available for the that particular object in Spiff. And on the right side we have something called filter section. If I switch to filter section, you'll see all the filters available for that particular object in Spiff. So if I go to one of the opportunity, and if I want to create a new filter, let's say that I want all the opportunities closed in the month of selected period has to be shown. So let's see how it can be created. So on the three dots, click you have an option to create a new filter. So click on the new filter. The new filter is being created. I'm naming it as in period. Select the new filter has been created. On the so how to create a syntax mode on the right side, you have send the right pan is there. So there you have the settings for filter. So all the way down, we have two options to edit of the filters. One is the guided editor, where we can simply guide which field to be taken on the opportunity side, or we have a syntax editor here, where we can write the code for the filter. So this is guided editor here, and our opportunity, I'm selecting the close date, and I'm selecting the close date is let's say greater than or equal to custom. I'm giving custom date. So let's say date has been greater than or equal to 2000 before August. Now you see, I got the all opportunities that have been closed on and after uh, August 2024. All the dates, all the opportunities have been displayed out. So this is how we create filters here. So according to the data type we use, we have some functions can be also be implemented in the filter section. That's with the filter area. Next, coming to the other important topic is the override. So in Spiff, uh, overrides are a manual changes made by administrators or the finance manager or the editor manager to override automatically calculated data on a statement or within a data source. So this function allows for adjustments to values like commission payouts or providing flexibility, but also potentially breaking in the automatic trace on of how the value was originally calculated. So overrides are tracked and recorded for with comments for the audit purposes. So if there in kind of by mistakenly the data has been synced to Spiff which was wrong and which was mismatched, so that can be solved using this particular override functionality instead. So let's see how the overrides are done in Spiff. And coming to the so overrides can be done in two ways. So one is on the statement view and other is on the data source view. So let's go to the data source first. So on the data source page, so we have all the data coming in from Spiff. So I'm taking one of the object here. So I have one object. Let's say this one. So all the records have been listed out. So I'm not opening one of the record. So here you have a column called override area. So here I can let's say the premium return amount is incorrect due to some kind of an error that has been happened on the back end. So I'm overwriting this as $55 instead of $55.171. Clicking on it, we'll have a pop-up saying that by confirm this override, we'll prioritize over the current data and will remain in effect for the future data sinks. Like this will override value will be used for the upcoming commission calculation and all. So if I'm confirming this, you see an override has been made, and or you can also comment on this override saying that I can also mention somebody, let's say mentioning some rep or the head of the finance saying that this override has been done because of this, and I can post that particular comment. And I can have I can also have an option to revert the override, like clear the override if it has been corrected in the backend itself. So I click on this clear override and I have a pop-up button saying that to confirm the delete the override. And if I click on the confirm delete, that override has been removed now. So this is how we create a override in the data source page. And we are also have option to create the data source in the what we call a rep statement view. So if I put any of the rep statements, so I'm taking one of the reps called Charlie Wood, and he's a team member of one of the team member plan. If I go to the old statements like June of and unfreezing these statements, it's overrides will be only done for the unfrozen statements. So unfreezing this particular statement over here, I'm taking off the obligation. So these are the records that has been or the part of this particular payout rule, team member commission payout rule. So I'm taking off the records here. And here I have an option two. So this is an percentage of commission that has been calculated. So this is a calculated field over here. So I have an option to override this particular commission percentage as anything what I want. Click on it. The override will be done. So I have an option to comment on the same override and also have an option to clear the override as well. So I click on it. I have an option to clear the override. This is how the overrides have been handled in Spiff. Okay. So next part is the yeah common terms in Spiff. Let's start with the non-recurring revenue. So the non-recurring means that the portion of sales income that is a one-time charge or a fee, and it is not expected to be a part of the ongoing or predictable income stream of the business. So that is called the non-recurring revenue. Next up, the recurring revenue. So recurring revenue refers to the portion of the business income that is predictable, stable, or and can be expected to continue in the future from ongoing subscription or contracts. So that's called the recurring revenue. Next comes the deaccelerator. So it's a kind of a mechanism or a policy that reduces the commission rate at which a salesperson earns compensation. So it's actually opposite of sales accelerator. Next comes the key performance indicator or the what we call KPI. So KPI is a measurable metric that tracks the success of the incentive plan and helps evaluate progress towards the business objectives. So next is the attainment. So attainment refers to the level of performance of a salesperson or a team achieves related to their predefined sales target or what we call a quota instead. Next comes the kicker. So a kicker is an additional incentive or a bonus offered to a salesperson to motivate them to exceed their sales targets and focus on a strategic goals or drive a particular behavior beyond their standard compensation plan and everything. So that's what kicker means. And coming to threshold, so a threshold is a kind of a specific or a predetermined level of performance or a value that must be reached to trigger an action or a condition or a what do you call a change in commission payout. So what we call a threshold is. Next comes split. Also, so this kind of kind of what we call an incentive division where it divides the incentives among team members and who are there in the team they have. Next comes the accelerator. So as a what we call the desatin is just the opposite of the accelerator. So it's kind of a higher commission rate that boosts a rep's earnings for exceeding their quota. So it's kind of an reward used for the strong performance or a peak level performance. Next, clawback. So clawback is another term we use in Spiff. So it's a kind of an clause or that allows a company to reclaim incentive money that has been already paid to a salesperson. So if certain conditions aren't met, like such as an customers cancels an order or customer cancels a subscription or failing to pay on the order. So these are the certain conditions for a clawback. So this protects the company from paying out commissions on sales that don't result in a genuine or a long-term gain. So and encourages salespeople to ensure the longevity of the deals they close. That was the clawbacks. And next comes the quota. So quota is a specific measurable goal for a sales representative or a team that they must achieve within a given period or such in a month or a year or a quarter to achieve. That what. So these are the terms you need to be familiarized with while working on Spiff. So these terms will be used in our while working on or implementing Spiff. Next comes the Spiff implementation roadmap. So these are the let's say 6 steps on implementation of how Spiff is done. So first is to identify the data sources. So the data will be scattered around different what we call different CRMs or different platforms like Salesforce, like obviously will be another platform like Business Central or whatever. So we have to identify the data source and determine which system to connect to for the data. So the second one is to integrate the data source. So once we identify which all data has been scattered around or which all data needs to be or platform needs to be connected to Spiff, next comes the integrate those particular data sources. So if it's a CRM linked to that particular CRM or the marketing or the finance platform for the data. And after integrating the system, the third step is to fetch data records. So like we won't be needing all the data from that particular data. So filter out the data which we want and put that particular records to Spiff. So fetch that particular records according to our business need. And after all the data has become to Spiff, next determine which all incentive factors has been incorporated for the commission calculation. So maybe a triad structure or it may be a quota versus sales structure or the customer retention or the marketing effects or it's based on the KPIs as well. So just determine how the what are the incentive factors are and after that incentive factors has been determined, the next step is to build a commission uh, plan, or what we call the commission logic in Spiff. So based on the determined incentive factors, build the commission commission logic in Spiff, and build a plan and payout course as well, like according to business needs. And after that, the last step is to distribute the commission that has been uh, what we called formulated or populated in Spiff according to teams and managers or reps level. So these are the 6 steps on how to implement Spiff uh, for the business team. So I think that's the abstract. With that, we come to an end. So these are the just a basic idea on how inside Spiff look like the basic ideas of what is Spiff, so what is plan, what is rules, and what are the effective days, what are the potential effective days. So that's it, guys.
Thank you, Aditya, for that insightful session. So that was very interesting because most of the theory sessions would be kind of a boring, but those slides with the practical touch, where you are like, showing the org and how things has to work and how, practical those stuff, it is like, cherry on the top. So I really like that. So now it's a time for a Q&A. So if anyone has any questions with regard to the session what we had for today, so we'll be addressing those. So it's an open forum for the attendees who has any questions with regard to the session what we covered today.
Hi, Aditya.
Yeah, who's
Hi.
that? Yeah, hi, Chatran. Hi.
Yeah, I have one question. And you were saying about the override things, right? Override
Yes.
transactions.
Yeah.
So my question is, are these override transactions can be flagged separately in the reports?
Yes. Override transactions can be separately flagged in report. So it can be marked as and or tagged for the visibility, and it can be also displayed in the statement for and the audit of like as well. And then separate approval process also can be done for the override. So basically, it's the overrides can be flagged in Spiff. So that ensures the clarity and accountability.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Chetan.
Aditya, I have one question. Like Spiff, do we have any option for history tracking and sorry, like in Salesforce, how we have an option to for history tracking? Do we have a similar option here in Spiff as well?
Yeah, yes, Spiff allows version control and audit tracking for plans. So every changes to rules, plans, and structure is historically stored, and effective dates maintain a timeline of active and outdated plans as well. So even RP records can be exported and uh, can be referenced during the audits. So yeah, this prevents the dispute and ensuring accountability as well. And also we have an option to export the statements and all the statements of a plan as well. So yeah, we have an option.
So is it only related to the plans or even for the rules, we have these options available?
It's only related to plans actually. For the rules, everything has been logged into Spiff in the audit area, but especially for plans, we have an option to export everything, all the statements, and can be taken for the audit compliance and things.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Rita.
Hi Aditya.
Yeah,
Yeah, my name is Lakshmi. I have a question. So
hi,
we were
Lakshmi. Yeah.
talking about the payout processing, right? So I just want to know how do we ensure compliance with, tax, labor, and the regulatory requirements in the payout processing?
I think Shivan can take up that
Yeah,
question
I can
because
take this question. Uh, may I know your name? I mean, sorry, I didn't hear.
Yeah, my
Who
name
has
is
this
Lakshmi.
question? Okay. So Lakshmi, Spiff has been built in such a way that it ensures the compliance by configuration control and audit friendly workflows. So it also has a clawbacks and adjustment mechanism. So the integration of accurate data through a connector fields. So that makes it enables it to compliant enough to the tax and regulatory requirements. That's what was your question, right? So in terms of the payout processing and things,
Yeah, that is right. Thank you.
I hope that
Thank
answered your
thank
question.
you. Yeah. Thank you.
Welcome.
I have a question. In our business, we have two types of tiered commission plans. A plan where the rep earns a higher percentage only on the deals closed after reaching a certain quota threshold. A plan where the rep earns the higher rate retroactively on all deals in the year once they hit that threshold. How can Spiff handle this, and what are the names for these two structures?
Okay, I can take that question. So basically, what's meant that once they reaches a certain threshold, the deals that are closed after that threshold only eligible for a higher rate of compensation, whereas it shouldn't touch any of the previous closed deals commissions. That's the question, right? So yes, it's quite possible. And in Spiff's terminology, it's called marginal payout. So basically, what we do at an admin level is that we will have to create a data sheet along with a little bit of more columns in which we would use a function called m%. Yeah, using that function, what it does is that it always compares with the accumulation of previous total, and it checks all the time whenever a deal is closed, and it checks whether it attained that threshold so far yet. And let's take an example that, let's say a sales rep is eligible for a higher rate of 8% of commission when he reaches their 80% of quota. But now he is at 78%. So far, he has achieved 78% of quota attainment. And there is one current deal which is about to close, after which the deal amount would even go further 80%. Let's assume 82%. So in that case, what this function does is that it will be coming to a blended rate for that particular deal. So let's assume his previous quota commission was 6%. And after 80% of quota attainment, it becomes 8%. In that case, let's assume he jumped from 78% of quota attainment to 82%. In that case, the blended rate would be 7%, neither 6 nor 8. So for that particular deal, that would be compensated accordingly. And further onwards, for all the deals, it would be 8%, the higher one. So yes, Spiff deals with those kinds of payout rules. So it's called marginal payout rule. And there are some situations where let's assume in a year, once they receive that, or reach that attainment, like 80% of quota attainment, they want all their deals in that year to have that higher commission. In that case, also Spiff deals with it. It's called tire payout using a function called tire payout. So based on the requirement of various businesses, we can accommodate those functions in Spiff, and it's already there available. So all these different scenarios are already dealt inside Spiff. So hope that answers, Ramesh.
Yeah, okay. Thanks, Justin.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Ramsia. My question is, if the Spiff designer setup is already complete and we need to change the commission logic in the middle of the year, can Spiff support that? And if so, will this change affect payouts for the earlier months?
Yeah, that's an interesting question. So yes, to answer the question, first of all, yes, Spiff can deal with those situations, and it happens in various businesses also. So in the beginning of the year, they might have a particular idea of plan logic, and based on which the admin would have set up all the plans, payout rules, etc. And in the mid of the year, let's say in June, they wanted to bring some kind of, tweaks in the plans. So it usually happens. And how Spiff deals with it is that, there is something called freezing a statement. So you might have seen in the demo that Aditya shown, he was trying to unfreeze a statement. So basically a statement is what's going to be the commission payout that's going to see on a rep's view, right? So this varies every month. Let's say monthly cadence is the payout rule for the time being. And every month this statement gets updated, right? So we can freeze these statements after every month ends or any customized way. Let's say in some businesses, they want to freeze it after 1 month, after 1 week of that current month. So in that case, we can automate that way. And once it's frozen, even if we change the plan logic after several months, it wouldn't touch any of the previous month's payouts. So that will be always frozen. So in that way, we can resolve this issue. But let's assume they haven't done the payout yet, but they thought in the mid-year, they want to totally change the logic. In that case, we can unfreeze all the statements until then, and we can do the plan logic change in the admin level, and we can recalculate so that it will be reflected to every month, including January to June and the future months as well. So in any way, it's possible. And the best approach to resolve your issue would be to freeze statements, which is an automatic process that we can build at the admin level itself before we, start the payouts. So in that way, we can definitely resolve this issue. Hope that answers.
Yeah. Thank you, Justin.
Thank you.
Justin, I have one question just to add on to Ramzia's question. You were saying about automating this. So can the freezing be automated or is it a manual process?
Yes, it can be automated at the admin level. So if Aditya is here, could you give some idea how it's done in the backend?
Sure. So let me switch to Spiff. So on the admin settings, so left you have something called a statement period management. So there you have an option called automatic freeze period. So you can set out how many days after a period is closed you have to freeze those particular statements. So can be selected to days or can be set to weeks and it can be set to months as well. So by this you can have an automatic freeze option.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Hi, all. I'm Thomas, and I have a question on the transparency of the payout calculations in Spiff. Like, can they track the progress in real time?
Yes, Spiff offers a real-time visibility through a traceability option called the statement views itself. So if you want to see that, I go on to the statement views. So I click on one of the statements here. I have an option to trace back here. So this is the record here, and I have an option to trace back and see where the commission is coming from. So yeah, it is traceable actually. And also, and even the tickets handling also you can the tickets can be reviewed in the screens, and they can have a full visibility of how the ticket is being handled by the admins or the finance team, and for the admins as well, and the manager or the finance manager can have the full visibility using the dashboard and report in Spiff. So yeah, it provides a real-time visibility actually.
Okay, thank you, Aditya.
Yeah, thank you. That is Thomas. Okay, thank you, Thomas.
Hey, this is Jen. I have a question.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have a question about the callback situation. Is there a way to build a logic to filter out like a callbacks associated with deals from like many years ago? Like if I want to only include callbacks whose deal happened this year only, is there a way to filter out those old clawbacks at the plan level, maybe using filters in the data section, whatever?
So let me clarify it much more. Like, so you're saying that you have clawbacks for the old opportunities which are already been
Right.
closed. So is there any option in the opportunity side where we can in order to notify that particular opportunity has been clawback? Is there any kind of a stage is there or any kind of an checkbox anything is there to notify or identify that particular opportunity has been closed, has been a cancelled one or a clawback one?
Okay, could you repeat the question? I missed that.
Yeah. So was just saying that in that particular opportunity which has been already been closed, but it has been clawback or cancelled. It has been cancelled. Let's go say that's cancelled. In that particular opportunity record, we have an option to notify it as a clawback or a cancelled opportunity. Like if there is a stage called cancelled or any kind of any other notification, like the kind of a checkbox if it's a cancelled one, like kind of stuff.
I'm not quite sure. It looks like at my current company, it's everything, no matter when the deal was closed, everything seems to be flowing to the current plan. So even if the deal was closed like 3 years ago, it still flows and hit the computation for the current period. So we had to go back to like data section and overwrite the callback to zero out. So that's the current situation. It looks like so.
So currently you are doing an override for the each records right now.
Yeah.
So like how are you identifying that particular opportunity has been clawback? Is there any kind of a stage is been there for that particular opportunity?
I think we can notify it from the sales reps. They have like a list of override.
Oh, okay,
and
got
the
it.
clawbacks, from Salesforce. So they give me the whole list, and we just have to go, look for that opportunities. The
And
clawback.
you'll be overwriting that particular opportunity amount.
Yeah. We can override it. Basically zero it out.
Okay.
Yeah. But
So
I'm
one
trying to see if there's a like automated way, so we don't have to intervene.
obviously you have to build a custom logic for the clawback. So
Yeah.
Since the sales reps are providing a list of opportunity that has been clawback,
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
solution I suggest is that we can push that particular list of opportunities as another object called clawback. That's another data source, and we'll deduct that particular sum of amounts from that opportunity amount.
I'm not sure.
So
I will have to look at more closely at the field level from Salesforce. So yeah.
So yeah, I think Jen, if we have definitely, I think it's possible to create a custom logic. So it'll be a combination of updating the maybe if it is not there in Salesforce, updating a field in Salesforce where you get an automatic push of all the opportunities which is clawback. So rather than having a manual process of the sales reps giving you the list, so this can be handled with a combination of a formula or a field in Salesforce and then pushing that to Spiff, as Aditya said, as a separate data source, and then adjusting the calculations to handle the clawback. So I think it's possible.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good to know. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you, Jen.
Any further questions? Okay, I'll take it as a no. So I saw a couple of people, joining in between, so probably they would miss the session. No need to feel low. We have this recorded session which will be on our, AMDROD page on the LinkedIn. So you can follow us and you can, see the recordings and, get that insight of this particular session. And along with that, we also have the, series 1, 2 along with this. So you can, refer to all the series of this Spiff tool, so you'll get a better idea about how the Spiff actually works at the industry level. So having said that, thank you all for joining us today, and for making this session a good one. So your energy and participation have made this session truly amazing. So as we close this chapter, we hope the experience and information shared have sparked new ideas and empowered you to elevate your sales performance. So stay tuned and expect fresh topics of on other new Salesforce products and deeper dives and even more actionable takeaways. So until then, keep driving performance, stay curious, and continuous pushing boundaries. We look forward to reconnecting with you in the upcoming sessions. So most importantly, don't miss to do that. Please do follow us on LinkedIn page for future updates related to the Salesforce. So thank you everyone. Have a great day.